Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, June 27, 2022. With the moon's all-day transit of your partnership sector, the desire for another perspective on a situation is strong. At the same time, you're not always thrilled with others' input, and there can be push-pull energy as a result. Later today, you could be very absorbed in your thoughts, and it may feel a little rocky as you may be slightly off your game and not feeling very understood with Mercury and Pluto at odds. This is a minor aspect and is not likely to dominate your day, but it can find you more reflective than usual. Concerns related to communications, learning, daily affairs, and keeping abreast of your studies or personal interests can be stronger today. An open mind wins more rewards than suspicion and criticism with upcoming transits. In fact, an idea can inspire you and lead you down a new path, or it might set off interesting tangents of thought. The celestial alignment today makes for some interesting experiences in the love and romance department. You have the chance to take one particular person to the heights of passion or the depths of feeling, or both if you can cope with so much fire all in one day. If you can't and wish to be a little detached, you can certainly do so but may miss out on a great opportunity. Change is a good thing. Easier said than accepted, but you may find that the changes coming to your professional commitments could lead to something wonderful when the moon conjuncts Uranus in Taurus. Your working relationships may take a surprising turn, which may potentially break up the stability for the time being. But this may lead to something more valuable as change allows for opportunities to improve. The same mindset can be applied to your contracts or agreements, as you could have an opportunity to change them in your favor. The aspects over the past few weeks have had you engaged in intense analysis of the motivations behind your relationships. Today you realize that it is essential for you to follow your own path through life, without heeding other people's advice at all. Your instincts, in fact, are better than anyone's advice. That's not exactly sociable behavior, nevertheless it is what fits the bill best. Do you feel like embracing the whole world? Then go ahead and do it. Start off with your friends and family. All those old arguments and problems are forgotten and forgiven, leaving you to concentrate on the important things in life. Share your excess of love and warmth with people who really mean a lot to you. You've forgotten where you were for a little while, but you're about to have to make a split-second decision. Are you staring at the moon or an oncoming headlight? Full of anticipation, choices confronting you are confusing and you're not sure who you want to hug and hold close to your heart. If you feel that having to be polite and diplomatic causes you problems, there's nothing wrong with letting people know you wish to remain single and don't want a serious relationship. Frequently, you have to make decisive decisions. These decisions are of the utmost importance. You are full of energy and you should try to avoid compromises. You shouldn't get mixed up in long conversations with your entourage. Today, you need to be very rigorous and dedicated to reach your objectives. Your innate love of creating will get a boost from this day's vibration. It can happen all too often that you come up with a fantastic idea, or that you create something with great potential, only to see it collecting dust on a shelf. It takes courage to bring ideas and inventions out into the public eye whenever and however possible. With your enthusiasm, you are sure to be one of the first to come up with ways to improve things. Have confidence and make things happen. Before leaving your relationship sector today, the moon will form a friendly aspect to Pluto, in retrograde motion in your communication sector, as it has done every 4 weeks for the last 14 years. The difference this time is that it comes just days after Venus did the same before leaving your relationship sector 3 days ago. Meanwhile, the moon will not only end the day in your financial sector but aligned with Venus during her last weekend here, fueling your financial instincts and imagination and giving you a better read on her new desires and expectations. As has been the case for the last 14 years, the moon is spending its final hours in your relationship sector at a friendly aspect to Pluto, in retrograde motion in your communication sector. The difference this time is that just days after Venus left your relationship sector and with Mars just days away, this is the perfect time to give your relationships, the past and unsaid words, a voice. Our eyes in the sky. The Taurus moon makes a soft yet helpful connection to Mercury this morning, helping us wake up early and get into gear quickly. If you've been feeling low energy lately, this can be a great time to reconnect with a passion project and a lust for life. Just try not to rush too quickly through the day, and be careful about how much multitasking you do. A collection of tense aspects between Mars, Saturn, and Uranus could mean small mistakes have big consequences. Try not to butt heads with authority figures right now either, because it could leave you feeling powerless or restricted. If any mishaps do occur throughout the day, try to face them head-on rather than waiting until later to handle them. This evening, the moon forms a harsh square to Pluto, which intensifies the cosmic climate we've been contending with all day. Try not to put too much pressure on yourself or others right now, and give yourself permission to take some alone time if you need it. If you do feel weighed down by emotions or responsibilities, a healthy outlet like walking or stretching can help ground you while releasing the physical symptoms of stress. Today could be rough, so it's important that you are patient, gentle, and loving with yourself and your loved ones. In the pre-dawn hours, Mars in Leo forms a trine to Chiron in Aries, helping to counteract self-esteem issues. This influence is healing, allowing us to recognize where false pride has worked against us. Rather than situating us for success, posturing tends to reveal where we secretly feel inept or lacking. At this time, instead of peacocking or overcompensating, we let our creativity, passion, and vitality speak for themselves. By demonstrating our strengths without being a show-off or angling to compete, we help others access their own confidence. Remember, inner strength is just that, interior. It doesn't need to be forced upon others to be valid and powerful. After sunup, the Taurus moon sextiles Mercury in Gemini, which is still not quite out of its shadow period. Themes from the last 2 weeks of May are still cropping up and demanding reflection, and may therefore become the focus of our conversations. We are in the mood to banter and gossip, particularly keyed into how certain information stirs our emotions. For this reason, we are self-aware enough to not linger in dramatic moods, balanced in feeling and intellect. This doesn't mean we are not eager for excitement, but that we have self-control. Because we recognize the power of mood, we can help others analyze their problems, so they don't turn molehills into mountains. This transit is ideal for trivia or playing other competitive but light-hearted games.